call our meeting to order. Please join me in a word of prayer. Almighty God, we thank you for the blessings you give our school corporation and continue to give them. We pray for guidance as with our school leaders as we make decisions tonight and through the rest of the school year. And God, we also ask for continued comfort with the families that were involved in the accident on Monday. But you pray to continue to comfort them as well. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Hey, do we have any changes or additions to the agenda?
We did have a minute agenda under recommendations for
Okay.
online.
Okay. Need a motion to approve our agenda with that change.
So moved.
Got our motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have our minutes from our last meeting. I need to get a motion to approve those.
I move we approve the minutes as attached. Second.
Our motion second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes. We're now ready for public comment for agenda items. If you have a public comment, just state your name and address before making your comment. And it needs to be non-personnel in nature. Do we have any public comments? Okay, board comments. All right, recognitions.
All right, this is exciting. So for Howard Elementary, we have Mrs. McFarland stepping in today, and we are recognizing 5th grader Liam Baxter.
Alrighty, well, Mr. Nelson couldn't be here tonight, so I'm helping out in his place. This is Liam, and he and Mr. Nelson and I chat yesterday, and we asked him some questions. Why don't you come stand on this side here so they can see you a little bit? Way over here. There we go. And so we asked him some questions, and so I just wanted to share a little bit about what we chat about. So this month, we're proud to recognize Liam as our Student of the Month. Liam has been a part of the Howard community since kindergarten and continues to make a positive impact both in and out of the classroom. He's a true leader, whether he's helping his classmates during lessons or organizing a new game at recess that he helped create. Liam's energy and creativity shine through every day. Liam's favorite parts of school are seeing his friends and spending time with them. He also enjoys math and PE, where his enthusiasm and teamwork stand out. Liam especially enjoyed reading Wish Tree in class, appreciating the way it brought out emotion and connection among the readers. Outside of school, Liam channels his curiosity and hands-on skills into building model cars and helping his dad restore a 1966 Mustang. That's a special project they're working on together just for him. Liam also loves spending time with Stella, our beloved school dog, and he was nominated for this honor by Mrs. Royal, our art teacher, who just had a baby and can't be here. And so she wanted to recognize his leadership, kindness, and creativity. So congratulations, Liam, on being our Student of the Month. Your hard work, positive attitude, and dedication make Howard a better place for everyone. And then Mrs. Gilbert also has some things to say about you.
The letter from Mrs. Royal. Okay. He said, I chose Liam to be Student of the Month because of his attitude, work ethic, and kindness, and I agree with that. Liam comes to art every Thursday and is ready to work. He always works hard on every project we complete. Liam has a good attitude and is kind to his peers. He helps others and compliments others on their work. It is great seeing him show his artistic abilities while also showing a good example of a Student of the Month. And I agree with everything she says. He always has his little art markers out, and he does have his cars, his little car models that he likes to put together. So, and I left out, I have a great class, and they are so kind and helpful to each other all together. So congratulations.
So this is for you. Congratulations, bud.
Next, we have Northwestern Elementary Student of the Month, and that is Miss Corey Daly.
So, Corey, who did you bring with you? You have a whole crowd. You got a whole crew. Do you want to tell us?
Family village.
Lana, Papa, another Papa, and Mama, Mommy, Baker, and Queenie Dad.
I love it. Well, we are so happy that you all came. Sorry, my voice is a little. So this is Corey, first grade, and on October 17th, she is going to be 7, so she's getting big. I asked her her favorite thing about school, and she said she does love art, and she loves all the things in art. Nothing particular, she just loves all of it. I asked her why she thought she was chosen as Student of the Month, and she said she thinks she's a good kid, and she's quiet when she's told to be quiet. And she's a good friend. She includes people, and she loves, her favorite thing is she loves celebrating. So we celebrate a lot of things, and she loves to celebrate everything. And when she celebrates other people too and gives them gifts, she loves how happy that makes other people. So again, she's just a doll. I love this. I asked her, and again, I should have explained it better, if she had advice for other kids. And she said, yes, bees are attracted to lights. And she learned that from a show she watched before, which was awesome. So then we talked about advice, like if you could give advice because you're Student of the Month and you do all the things right. Oh, so then we talked about that. It was so great. And she said, let others play with us always. Always let other kids play, include everybody. She said she's kind to her siblings, and she does let Baker have her juice so that he gets 2. And sometimes Quinny lets him have it 2 and he gets 3. So he gets more than his juice. And outside of school, she likes to draw. I love this. This is super cool. She said, I love to draw and play outside and go down to the dock by the lake. And that the dock by the lake is so special because they call it their daddy dock because her dad made it. So she said they eat in it. And in the wintertime, they put plastic so that they can still go down there. And that it's so special because her dad made it. So again, she is a wonderful example to all the others. Great to all the kids, and just a wonderful example of a Student of the Month. So let Mrs. Collins brag about you as well.
So I nominated Corey for the first grade Student of the Month for so many reasons. She's kind, she's polite, helpful, responsible, and she has a great attitude all the time.
All the time.
Oh, she does. All the time.
Does.
She's kind to her classmates, to the teachers, and to the other people in the building. I even hear her, like, to Mr. Chris or to the cafeteria workers, always saying please and thank you and excuse me all the time. Like, not just when people are watching, all the time. She's helpful to the other kids in the class. She's quick to recognize if somebody needs help, either with academics or just with a task around the classroom. And like, she never expects anything in return. She just is always kind and helpful. She's a good leader during work time or during centers. And she just comes to class every day with a smile on her face and a great attitude and ready to learn. So I love having her.
Yeah, we are very thankful for you. So here's your book. Very daily.
All right, next up, we have Northwestern Middle School Student of the Month, Cannon Pridemore.
All right. Hey, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to Cannon. This is a microphone, Cannon, so we'll talk right into that, okay? Cannon is our October Student of the Month for Northwestern Middle School, and he gets to speak a little bit tonight. You want your questions? Do you need them out? Or do you memorize it?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Well, he's also part of our video production crew, which is a new thing that we're doing at the middle school this year. We have a news crew and a news video, so he does a great job on that. So I don't want to oversell you, but here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Who did you bring with you tonight?
We got dad, my sister, little brother, mom, and little brother's friend Camden over there.
All right. Well, congratulations, Mom, Dad. He wouldn't be here without you guys and your support. So good job. So let's first tell the audience why you are Student of the Month for the middle school. So your teachers nominated you. Mr. Wise says that Keenan does a great job in TV productions. He's always willing to volunteer to help out with whatever part of the weekly news that we need. He's been a great asset to their crew. Mrs. Brock says Keenan is an amazing student with a determined, go-getter attitude. He strives to get his work done early on a daily basis and does it to the best of his ability every time. He cares for other students so well and is kind to everyone he comes in contact with. Keenan is exactly what you think of when you think of a star student. He's greatly deserving of the Student of the Month award. Ms. Schrock says Keenan completes all of his assignments with diligence and care, and I appreciate his hard work in language arts. And Ms. Sparling says Keenan is a hard worker and is always positive in class. I'm really enjoy having him in my class this year. Good job. All right, so we're going to find out a little bit about you. What's something you want others just to know about you?
Well, probably first thing to know is that I wasn't always this good of a star student, kind of just built on maturity. I used to kind of mess around a lot in school when I was younger. Kind of just took it more serious because it's kind of becoming a big deal now I'm getting older.
Okay. Yeah, how about some teachers or staff members so far at Northwestern that have inspired you?
Some big inspiration teachers that I've had, probably Miss Sparling and Mrs. Brock.
Okay. Any others you want to shout out?
Yeah, probably Wise. He's a cool guy.
I think so too. And what do you enjoy most just about going to school here?
Thing I enjoy most, just being able to be nice to people, see them happy, see my friends, just spreading positivity.
Love it. And if you were me for the day, what would you change?
I mean, I haven't seen too many problems. I don't know what much there is to change, really. I mean, I've seen a lot of people complain about passing period of time, but
right.
I don't see it as much big of a deal.
Make it longer?
Yeah.
Maybe? Okay. Better like vending machines and stuff. That'd be cool. What would you not change?
Probably nothing. I like the school the way it is.
All right. Is there anybody that you would consider, your hero, and somebody you look up to, maybe outside the school?
Probably my dad. He's done a lot for me.
Good answer. And yeah. And one of the things about, school is we're trying to prepare you for the future. So, I mean, it's a hard question, what to do when you're older. But if you don't know what you want to be when you're older, but it's something we can help prepare you for in the future. You have anything? You're doing a really good job, though. You're like confident, standing up here. I can tell the news crew is really helping and wearing off on you.
Yeah.
Last, words of wisdom. There's some elementary students in attendance. Words of wisdom for when they get to middle school.
Well, middle school, I mean, obviously when you get older, people kind of just become a little mean. It's a little difficult to deal with them. I would say no matter the attitude you're given, just be positive. It'll be better in the end once you do it.
And that was probably the word that was used most to describe you, is your positivity. So we really appreciate that.
Main thing about me.
Cannon, congratulations, Student of the Month.
All right, and then we have one Student of the Month who is absent tonight, and that is Hannah Eller, and she just won their last game before the championship of sectionals for soccer. So we will celebrate her next month, but we want to congratulate all of our Students of the Month again. So congratulations.
Do you have any other recognitions? Okay, at this time, Mr. Bisher, are you taking the pictures today? Or he's using his photographer skills today. Thank you again to all of our parents and all that you do for the kids of our school as well. So if you could join him for a photo, and then you're welcome to come back for the rest of our meeting if you so wish. Everyone thinks that's
Or-
funny. I'm not.
They never say.
Maybe donuts would help.
Yeah.
Not.
Not.
Ready? Yep. Do the superintendent's report.
All right. Well, I'll start out with fun things. So this month, October, is National Principals Month. And so just want to take a moment to share some appreciation for them. Principals don't always get a lot of positive feedback. And so I just want to publicly commend our principals for the amazing job that they do. They sustain the culture in our buildings and make it a place where kids and families want to be. So I want to thank Mr. Schoaf and Mrs. Berkshire at the high school, Mr. Bisher and Mr. Ward at the middle school, Mr. Nelson and Mrs. Layden at Howard Elementary, and then Mrs. Myers and Mr. Gish at Northwestern Elementary. They do a phenomenal job, and we're really blessed to have an amazing admin team here. Just a few other fun things that have happened this month. I shared with the board earlier, but publicly want to recognize the Northwestern Elementary PTO and our community sponsors for, they do one really big fundraiser in the year, raise $30,000, all of which is going directly to student activities that puts on programs and exciting fun things for kids that really build core memories of what it's like to have a great elementary experience. And then you can see in the top right corner there, the prize for the principals was a slop drop where they had some really gross things poured on top of them in front of all the kids. So it was just a great experience, and that couldn't have happened without our community and our parents supporting kids. Next month, I'll have an update for Howard's big fundraiser. They're having a neon glow party, so that will have lots of fun pictures, I'm sure, as well. We had a great homecoming game. And again, just really want to highlight our student activities, student athlete leadership team, SALT. This was totally student driven, and that is not something that you see at every school. That's pretty special, where they are the ones that created the activities, organized all of the events, the homecoming, voting, all of the things that go along with that, and all the festivities and the dance. So just want to recognize that team and the fun experience that was for the whole entire high school. Also want to share publicly, we put out a survey. We've had lots of discussion about our inclement weather learning plan, and we had really great participation in a parent survey. We had about 365 people responded, and really we just want to know what is a best fit for the families when we have a disruption in school. We know that in-person learning is the best option, but when it's not safe to be out on the roads for our buses and our teenage drivers, what is going to be a best fit for our families? And you can see there were two kind of really big questions and lots of opinions. There's really no place where you can land that's going to make everyone happy with the situation. But you can see that by and large, of the three options for disruption to school, having asynchronous e-learning where there's not any set time to do that work was preferred. 47% of those families preferred that. The second choice was a true snow makeup day where we don't have instruction and make that day up on a later date. And then 23% appreciated synchronous learning where there's a set schedule. Of the two online options for instruction, families by and large preferred asynchronous e-learning 2-to-1. And what we heard from families was, especially if they have kids in multiple grades, it's very difficult to manage for parents. Sometimes if they have to go to the babysitter, it might be grandma or grandpa, and they just really can't manage the technology portion of that. With that, hearing what our families have said is a best fit for them, my intention this fall and winter and into the spring, when we do have days where we do have to make some tough weather calls, we get 3 of those asynchronous e-learning days, and that's statutory. So days 1 through 3 of closure would be that asynchronous e-learning day. Days 4 and 5 would be true snow days, where we would make those days up on Martin Luther King Day or President's Day. And then anything beyond that, we would move to a synchronous distance learning setup that students and teachers have participated in the past. And so wanted to share that with the public and be really transparent about what our parents have preferred. We've had conversations with our teaching staff about this and our admin team prior to putting this out. So this was I feel like a very informed decision, and we'll move forward with this plan as the weather gets rough. The other couple of things, just want to thank Camden for a really successful close on our GO bond that came through yesterday, and no issues on that end. And then again, want to reiterate our condolences and heartfelt, thoughts and prayers for the families that were all impacted by our recent accident. You don't really have words to describe the impact that has, not just on the victim and their families, which is terrible, but the kids that were on that bus. And just want to publicly state that and, say that, we're working with the state police at this time and want to respect the families and the integrity of that investigation process. So that is all I have. If you have any questions.
Okay, I think we're ready to move to the tentative agreement meeting.
Okay. So Mr. Troyer was not able to be here tonight, but the tentative agreement on our collective bargaining plan between Northwestern School Corporation and Northwestern Corporation Education Association. It has been posted online for public review per statute and Indiana Education Employment Relation Board's 72-hour public posting requirement. The purpose of tonight's discussion is just really to present that tentative agreement that was reached. The board, the association voted on that and agreed to it. We won't take any board action tonight, but just to kind of review that process, bargaining began on September 15th and concluded with a tentative agreement that we reached last Thursday, September 25th. Both teams worked really collaboratively and in good faith throughout the process. So I want to thank the association's team. That was Scott Troyer and Kurt Cutter. And this agreement will be effective July 1st of 2025 through June 30, 2026. And really the key area related to salary and benefits, it bumped up our base salary for a new 0-year experienced teacher to $45,000, which is what the statute, the new statutory requirement has asked schools to do. And teachers will advance one step on that salary schedule based on both experience and academic need for the corporation. So again, I just appreciate the professionalism and respect that took place throughout this process, and it really does reflect the Northwestern way. So appreciate that. And that is all that we have.
Okay. Do we need to vote to accept that, or do you just?
No, we just have to discuss it in a meeting, and then we'll ratify at the next meeting with a vote.
Okay.
Okay.
Any comments or questions on the agreement? Okay, I think we're ready to move to the budget.
All right. So as presented last month, you have information regarding the 2026 budget, and we had a hearing for it last month, and then this month is when we would approve that. Camden, did you have anything that you wanted to add? I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
No, nothing different from the last meeting. So.
Yeah. So I would ask that you would vote to approve the 2026 budget on Part B and all of the related financial resolutions that would give Camden the authority to act in the interim before that budget before the budget comes into play in January.
And I will say there will be a change on the 1782 now that we have the GO. So it's posted high. We'll roll that back, and so part of that resolution will give Ms. Brown and I the authority to do that, to roll it back to the target rate. So
unrelated to the budget, what was the rate on the bond sale?
So we ended up pulling a little bit extra. We got I have that up. Hold on just a second. We got 1.6 million. 1.614 million. Out of that, we got some interest premium. So I don't remember the exact rate on I don't have that here. I will say though, we are investing that entire bond for 9 months, and Katie actually just sent me that while I'm sitting here. It's 3.8% that we'll have on interest in that. We have no restrictions on that interest. So every dollar that we gain from that will be able to go towards a project. So our long-term goal with that, we're going to see where we're at the end of this 9 months, because we will have, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the CFO part, but we'll have some additional dollars from this project too. So we'll kind of go through what all of that looks like, but we're pretty happy with the bond sale. So an extra 64,000 in premium.
Question. Any others? Can we vote on A through D altogether?
Yes, you can. There have been no changes to the bus replacement plan or the capital projects plan. So they were as presented last month.
I'd like to get a motion on all budget items A through D that were presented.
Make a motion to approve all the 2026 budget items and the associated resolutions with those that were presented.
Second that.
Any other comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Ready for our CFO reports.
Yeah, so a couple additional things. Ted, it was 2.4% or 2.49% on the GO, so our CD will actually exceed the rate.
We should have gone for more
of the bond, which is great. So a couple things then related to our current lease. So we have expended the 23 GO bond by statute, so that fund will be closed out. You'll see that next month. We were able to gain from that bond, that the investment on that GO bond, $590,000 of interest that was not budgeted in this project intentionally. We left that out because we weren't exactly sure where that was going to fall. None of that is subject to arbitrage from the IRS. So that is all money that we'll be able to apply back towards the project. We had an initial second arbitrage calculation from Ice Miller. We got some really good news on it. We had $1.6 million set back for interest arbitrage. The calculation came out to $1,033,000. So that's another $500,000 in interest from this project that will come back to us. There will be a final calculation in May once we're at substantial expenditure of the lease, but it does look like we pulled a total of about $3.4 million in interest, and we're going to have to pay right now $1,333,000 on that. So I feel like we did pretty well in that piece of it, and some of what Mr. Layden will talk about here in a little bit that'll be applicable to it. And it looks like right now, by calculation, we'll have close to maybe $600,000 out of just some owner fees and retainage and some other things out there that will come back to us as well. So we will have a little bit of money left out of this lease as well. we've expended everything that runs through us, so you'll see claims and all that stuff go back down to normal rates because everything else will run through US Bank. But some pretty good news kind of where we shook out on the bonds and the leases to this point. So I wanted to make sure you were aware of that, and it'll be pertinent to some things that we discuss here in a little bit.
Need a motion to approve the CFO report.
Move we approve the CFO reports as presented.
We have our motion and second. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Go to AP claims.
Accounts payable claims, you'll see those claims presented in your packet, and a voucher for $2,741,970.86 in claims this month.
Need a motion to approve the presented claims.
Move we approve the AP claims as presented.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Payroll claims.
We have had 3 payroll claims since the last board meeting, totaling $1,085,568.57 for your approval.
Need a motion to approve our payroll.
Make a motion we approve payroll as presented. Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Go down to personnel consent.
Yep. So this month we have not as many as last month or the month before. We have some recommendations for some homebound instructors as needed. And there's several on there because one is Delroy Ortman, Mallory King, and Cindy Harshbarger. Mallory is working with a young man right now, but is getting ready to go on maternity leave. And so Cindy, our intention is for Cindy to take over that position. So that is for homebound instruction, and that is paid at the ancillary rate based in our contract. We also have a request for a student teacher for Mr. Chamberlain, 8th grade science, Grace Goodfellow. She is getting ready to start with him. And then Mr. Tafflinger, bus driver, he has submitted his letter of resignation. We have 2 substitutes, Sarah Evitz and Jessica Markewitz, for your approval. And then we also have a couple of unpaid leave requests. One is for Julie Reibold, she is a bus driver, and the other one is for Mallory King, who is getting ready to go on her maternity leave again. And then a number of extracurricular and coaching assignments that are presented in your packet.
Yeah, I need a motion for the presented personnel items.
Make a motion to approve the consent list of personnel items.
Second.
Got our motion and second. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Do our retirement of policy 3220.01.
Yes, so this is the old TAG grant, the Teacher Appreciation Grant policy, and it was statutorily required to be reviewed and approved by the board yearly. That all changed when the new law for TAG money went into play on July 1st. And so TAG money is no longer distributed to our highly effective and effective teachers. That structure has changed significantly and is based on a tiered model of a number of qualifications that range from demonstrating quantifiable improvement for data with kids, teaching in an area of high need, and taking a leadership role within the building. And so that is no longer required to be a policy. And so because it's irrelevant, I'm asking that the board would approve the retirement of that current policy And then we'll have more discussion as the guidance comes out from the Department of Education and state legislature on how we would distribute the new tag money once the allocations are given to us at the end of the month.
I need a motion to retire the presented policy.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Overnight trip requests.
Yes, this is from Mrs. Cleary at Northwestern Elementary, and she is requesting in January that she take choir students for an overnight trip to Lafayette to perform in the IMEA Indiana Music Educators Association honor choir. And so the plan is for parents to transport their children there, and then they would spend the night and then perform the next day for that event.
I need a motion to approve our overnight trip.
Make a motion to approve the overnight trip request.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. We'll go to cheer camp.
Okay, and this is a request from Mrs. Honold for the high school cheerleaders to put on a clinic today and tomorrow, and then they would they'll perform at the halftime portion of tomorrow night's football game. We'll just ask for your approval so that that is official.
We say no.
And if you say no, I'll run over to the gym and tell them, stop, please.
We need a motion for the cheer camp.
I move we retroactively approve it to start today.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have our donations.
Yes, so really thankful for our community. The middle school FCA Fellowship of Christian Athletes received a donation from Bennett Switch Community Church for $500. And then the jazz band received a $100 donation from the Howard County Retired Teachers Association after they recently performed for their luncheon. So we have sent thank you notes to those organizations and just really appreciate their support.
Need a motion to approve the donations.
Motion to accept these great donations as presented.
Second.
Our motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes, and we're looking at roof repairs.
Yes. So this is a request for moisture management to come in and create some bid specifications for future projects. We've used them in the past, and Mr. Layden, if you want to speak a little bit more to that.
So Camden talked a little bit about some of the monies that we're going to have left over from our lease from the construction project, and then with this new GO bond, really kind of looking at 3 roofs. 2 of them are at Northwestern Elementary, and they are considered failed, replace immediately, and they're labeled red, which we know means it's really, really bad, right? But there's 2 roofs at Northwestern Elementary, and then we have a few roofs that are labeled poor. I think we want to look at one that could be the most costly to us if that roof were to fail, and that would be over our main gym. That roof is old, and it is starting to show age. And so we just want to get some bid specs put together. It's going to take them a couple months to do that. Probably come back in December-ish and do advertise so that we can get some bids in. And then probably looking more towards like February, award the bid. We kind of beat the rush so we can get some good bids in for the start of next summer.
When's the last time we had everything evaluated? Is it
we have it done every year. They're actually starting next week. They'll be doing their roof maintenance and then evaluation process. But last year we did it, and as a result of that, that's where we kind of came up with those 3 roofs. Okay. Was based on their recommendations from last year's review.
Okay, any other questions? We need to have a motion.
Make a motion to use moisture management to provide bid specifications.
Second.
Any other comments and questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Time for public comments for non-agenda items. Is there any non-agenda item comments? Board comments? Okay, I need a motion to adjourn to executive session.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. We're adjourned.